Most people think weak glutes are only a cosmetic issue. They notice their hips looking flatter over time, their jeans fitting differently, or the muscles around the hips feeling softer than they used to. So they assume it is only about appearance. Just another normal part of aging. Nothing serious. But after 60, weak glutes can quietly affect something much more important than appearance. They can change the way you walk. And once walking changes, everything else slowly starts changing too. Because your glutes are not just muscles that shape your hips. They are one of the main support systems behind every step you take. Research on aging and movement has shown that hip strength and muscle activation play a major role in balance, walking control, and mobility in older adults. Every single step requires your body to shift weight from one side to the other. During that shift, your glutes help stabilize your pelvis and control your hips so your body stays balanced. When those muscles stop activating properly, other areas begin compensating for them. Your lower back starts working harder. Your hips begin feeling less supported. Your legs fatigue more quickly. And walking slowly starts feeling heavier than it used to. Not necessarily painful, just less smooth, less steady, less controlled. This is one of the reasons many older adults begin feeling unstable during long walks, stairs, or getting up from chairs. Studies on aging and walking mechanics have shown that lower body weakness and reduced hip stability are strongly linked with mobility limitations and reduced walking confidence in older adults. And here is the surprising part. Walking itself does not always strengthen the glutes enough to keep them fully active. A lot of people believe, if I walk every day, my hips must already be strong. But the body does not work that way. As people get older, muscles can slowly lose activation efficiency even when a person stays generally active. That means the muscles may still exist, but they are no longer firing properly at the right time. This is why some older adults walk every day and still feel unstable. The muscles are moving, but not supporting. That is why glute activation matters so much after 60. The goal is not bodybuilding. The goal is reconnecting those muscles to movement again. And the good news is, you do not need intense workouts, heavy weights, or exhausting gym sessions to begin improving this. In fact, slower and more controlled movements are often more effective for older adults because they help retrain the nervous system and improve muscle awareness. Today, I want to show you 3 simple exercises that help wake your glutes back up and help your body support your steps more effectively again. Let's begin with the first one. Exercise 3. Glute bridge. This movement may look simple, but it teaches your body something extremely important. How to use your glutes again. A lot of people think weak glutes mean weak muscles. But often, the bigger issue is poor activation. The muscles stop responding properly because other muscles have taken over for years. That is why many people feel exercises mostly in their lower back or thighs instead of their glutes. This movement helps change that. Lie on your back with both knees bent and your feet flat on the floor. Keep your feet around hip-width apart and let your arms rest comfortably beside you. Now slowly press through your heels and gently lift your hips upward. You do not need to lift very high. Move slowly. Stay controlled. Pause briefly at the top, then lower yourself back down carefully. Try around 8 to 10 repetitions. As you move, pay attention to where you feel the effort. You want to feel the work mainly in your glutes, not your lower back. If your back begins tightening too much, reduce the height and slow the movement down even more. And if you still cannot feel your glutes activating, try pressing harder through your heels. That small adjustment often helps the muscles wake up. This is where many people make mistakes. They think bigger movement means better results. But this exercise is not about lifting high. It is about restoring connection. And once your glutes begin responding again, many people notice their hips already feeling more supported during daily movement. Now we take that same connection into standing. Exercise 2. Standing kickback. This movement helps your glutes learn how to work while upright. And that matters because walking happens standing, not lying down. Stand behind a chair or lightly hold onto a wall for support. Keep your posture tall and relaxed. Now slowly move one leg straight behind you. Keep the movement small. Do not swing. Pause briefly at the back, then slowly return. Repeat on the other side. Try around 8 to 10 repetitions per leg. If you feel pressure in your lower back, reduce the range. Smaller and controlled is always better here. And if you still do not feel your glutes activating, slow the movement down even more. This is also the point where many older adults begin noticing something interesting. Their standing posture starts feeling more stable. Their weight shifts feel smoother. And getting up from chairs often feels slightly easier. Because now the hips are finally beginning to participate again instead of letting the lower back do everything. Now we move to the final exercise. Exercise 1. Squat with side leg raise. This movement combines strength, control, and balance together. Your glutes are not only responsible for helping you stand up, they also stabilize your hips while your body shifts side to side during walking. That side-to-side stability becomes extremely important with aging because balance naturally becomes more difficult over time. Stand with your feet about shoulder width apart. Keep your chest lifted and your weight evenly balanced. Now slowly lower into a comfortable squat. You do not need to go deep. Stay controlled. As you stand back up, shift your weight onto one leg and gently lift the opposite leg outward to the side. Pause briefly. Then lower it carefully and repeat on the other side. Try around 6 to 8 repetitions per side. If balance feels difficult, lightly hold onto a chair. And if the exercise feels too easy, simply slow it down more. That extra control increases the challenge naturally without adding strain. This is usually the point where people begin noticing real-world changes. Their walking feels lighter, their hips feel steadier, and their steps feel more supported. Because now the glutes are finally doing the job they were designed to do. And that is what most people miss. Glutes are not only about shape. They are part of your walking system. They help support balance, hip control, posture, and movement confidence. So here is what these 3 exercises are really doing together. The glute bridge helps reconnect your brain to the muscles. The standing kickback helps activate them while upright. And the squat with side raise teaches your hips how to stay stable during movement. That combination matters more than intensity. Try these exercises once or twice throughout the day. You do not need to rush. You do not need to force anything. Stay slow, stay controlled, and let your body gradually rebuild support step by step. Because stronger walking is not always about pushing harder. Sometimes it is simply about helping the right muscles wake back up again.